Hello and welcome to Turning You On to Preservation. I'm your host, Krista Marie, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today and that you took the time out of your busy schedule to check out my vlog. I really do appreciate it. The one simple view that I get, I love you guys for that. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a couple of my favorite images that I found on Twitter this week. The first one that I do love is the Tower of London. It was posted on August 2nd of this year. Excuse me, I can't speak. And it's a striking image that will stick with you forever. It's of 88,246 poppies that are these red things that are just pouring out of the Tower of London onto the ground. And it's to honor the World War I British deaths, and I just think it's a great shot. And the next one that I found is from boring parking structure to stack of my favorite things. This street art slash, parking lot in Portland, and this is really cool way to transition something that is kind of an eyesore into something that is really architecturally, artfully, just creative, and I love it. So when I was doing my digging, I found this, the Lewis and Clark Library. I was like, oh, Lewis and Clark, let me click on it. And I saw this really awesome, simple, small building with a slated roof, and it had these, these stunning stained glass windows, very simple. And it was built in, obviously, it's mid-century, so 1960s. And come to find out, it's done by Frederick Dunn, who is one of 4 important mid-century architects in St. Louis. And this building is actually really important to a lot of people in the community, but the library board wants to just demolish it and put something new in instead, a new library. But people have come together and they're trying to propose that they just do an addition instead. It's more cost efficient, and at the same time you're saving this one-of-a-kind jewel, and I really hope that they succeed in this. Attention everybody, this is for you guys. I hope you are listening in your community right now. The National Trust is seeking new national treasures, and this is an awesome opportunity for those in your community that know something that is important to you, that you think it has national significance, that you think it should be saved because it speaks of a whole bunch of things. And if you want to do this, please, I have a link to my website where you're encouraged to share your ideas for them, and I hope you guys do that. So this is not new in the news, but it is an article that I found. It's a Q&A on the National Geographic's website. It's regards why Sunni extremists are destroying ancient religious sites in Mosul. And if you don't know already, in Iraq and Syria, there has been a lot of destroying ancient historic artifacts and resources and buildings. And so they're kind of wondering why this is happening, and why there's a continual eradication of the diverse history of both these areas. And it's being done by the hands of ISIS, if you guys don't know, the Islamic State, Iraq, and Syria. And they just don't want any kind of historical evidence that will differ with their religious beliefs, their interpretation of Islam. So they have these tombs and these statues and these mosques and shrines that are important to Christians, Muslims, and Jews that are just date so far back, and they're just being wiped off the face of this earth. So it's really sad, and I always hate to talk about this because you don't know what you have till it's gone, and they won't know what they have lost till it's gone. And unfortunately, the craziness that's going on there's not enough support for the local community to speak up and stand up and to take a stand and save these pieces for themselves. All they can really do is to sit back and cross their fingers and and pray that certain things will get spared. So that's really sad. So let's go ahead and move on. My next thing up is it's time for I Bet You Didn't Know / preservation education. So did you know that the 3rd president of the United States, good old Thomas Jefferson, was actually an architectural engineer, designer, not really engineer, but he was a designer, a really enthusiast, loved Palladio, James Gibbs, and French neoclassicism. So he did a couple pieces that you can see in Virginia. The first one he did was in the late 1700s, was the Virginia State House, which was influenced by the Maison Carrée in France. I probably said that wrong, I'm sorry. And he also did Monticello, which is his home. And he did also the Poplar Forest, which is his plantation home. One of the very iconic things that people probably know a lot is the University of Virginia. He was the one who designed that. So that's really cool. I just thought you guys should know, and here's some cool pictures to go along with it. And that is all for Turning On to Preservation. Once again, thank you for being here and watching this video. I hope you come back. And don't forget, like video, like my Facebook page, and most importantly, follow me on Twitter at Turning You, as in the letter, on to, as in the number, Prez, P-R-E-S. That is Turning You On to Prez. That is all for today. Thank you, and have a great one.